Municipalities all across Ontario getting a look this morning at the local leaders who will govern them for the next 4 years. In Toronto, John Tory re-elected as mayor for a third term.
Our best days and the best days of this city lie ahead of us. And with the strong mandate that we've received from the people of Toronto tonight, I look forward to making real progress for you, for your families, and for all of those who come to our great city in the years ahead to build their lives here.
John Tory beating out 30 other candidates, most of them largely unknown. But his was just one of many notable mayoral races in cities right across the province. And this morning, Ethel Musa is at Toronto City Hall with more on the municipal election results. Good morning, Ethel. Let's start with Toronto. John Tory getting that third mandate. Exceptionally, he will become the longest-serving mayor in the city's history at a certain point of this term, and he won by a wide margin of victory. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, you know, Heather, leading up to this municipal election, actually, John Tory was facing quite a bit of criticism for some of the issues this city, has been facing for years, namely transit and housing. Housing affordability and accessibility have been ongoing things. There is a housing crisis happening in this city. He also received criticism around, this city's aging infrastructure. And there were people who were really pushing back on social media about the lack of certain municipal services, photos of, garbage cans throughout the city overflowing, parks shuttered. Despite all of that, John Tory has been re-elected. He promises to stay the course. He said he's going to address some of those issues. Take a listen to what he had to say last night.
We've come so far over the past 8 years, but we have unfinished business that I'm absolutely determined to see through. We've made so much progress on getting transit and housing built and growing our economy. And now we have a strong mandate to continue with that progress. And that is what I asked for, a strong mandate, and that is what I have been given.
So there you have it, a strong mandate, a promise to, address some of the ongoing issues that faces, Canada's most populous city. Heather?
There were other mayoral races of note in the province. If he'll tell us about some of the outcomes there.
Yeah, last night, some former provincial politicians seem to have made the successful transition to municipal politics. Let's start in the Hammer. Former Ontario NDP leader Andrea Horwath has been elected Hamilton's new mayor, making her the first woman mayor there. And although, she's got a lot of, face recognition, people recognize her across the province, obviously, because of her, time in provincial politics. It didn't mean that, she clinched that race. It was a tight one throughout the night. It was hard to tell whether she was ahead or her opponent. So still a tight race, but she came out on top. In Vaughan, former Ontario Liberal leader Stephen Del Duca, he has been elected that city's new mayor. He's lived in Vaughan for more than 30 years. That race was even tighter. The difference between the two candidates being, I think, less than 1,000 votes there. And in Brampton, Patrick Brown has secured another term. He obviously got his election campaign underway after being disqualified from running in the federal Conservative leadership race. That didn't affect him at all last night. He won by a landslide. Heather?
Ethel Musa in Toronto, thank you very much.